sure you remember what my first question was to you. How many of you think you might be a camp counselor someday? Or a teacher?
Me.
Or a storyteller?
Me.
That's cool. Now, again, I want you to imagine you're a teacher. Now, your age, if they'd asked me that question, I would have said, no way. But I'm a teacher and a camp counselor and a storyteller. Go figure. So, some of you who didn't raise your hand might surprise yourself some. So imagine your first day at work. You've never been in front of a class before, but you're going to be there, and here they come. All you have is this list on your clipboard. Like I said. Does that tell you anything about them? No. Other than names? No. Like I said, I may not know a lot of your names, but I already know a lot about you. I can see your faces. I can watch your faces when I tell you a story. And so already I know a lot about each of you. This is your third story, although it's the first story again. Now, you don't know anything about all these kids. But there you sit. And you, because I think you're worth something. Anyone who's a teacher or a camp counselor or who will work with kids is worth something.
Money.
So, this is you. And you're waiting. Here come your first 3 kids. See these 3?
Yeah.
They hang out together, right?
Kids.
There, in your class or in your group.
What?
Now, here come the next 2. They've never been to this camp or school before. But they went to another camp nearby. They may even know some of the kids who go here. These 2 kids, they're in your group. You know who this one is, because you heard the story before. But actually, it's not anyone you know. This person comes in, and everyone stops. Hey, check out the new kid.
What?
The new kid walks in. Does that ever happen to any of you? You're the new kid somewhere, you walk into the room and everyone gets quiet and watches you walk across the room? Is that a good feeling? No. The new kid. He's in your class though. And then another kid turns up all by him or herself. This is not the new kid. Everybody except the new kid knows who this is. This kid is the kid who's different. One year at this camp, like I told you before, there was a little girl who is blind. I guess she was about 6 the first time I saw her. And she was there with her aide, and she was a good listener. And after the story, you know how I hold up and get a high five? I held my hand up for her when she walked by. That wasn't very smart, was it? How's she going to know? But her aide picked her hand up and guided it towards mine. And instead of slapping it, though, she realized what it was and grabbed it and went to see what I smelled like.
Or if she had a stuffy nose.
Nope. She had 4 good senses, and she's going to use all 4 to help her out. She couldn't see, she couldn't use that, but she used all the others. Another time at another camp, it was a little girl who was deaf. Her aide stood behind me when I told the story, and as fast as I could tell the story, her aide told it in sign language, which I thought was amazing, as fast as I can talk. And you know I can talk fast. The aide could tell the story with her hands so that Katie could watch and hear the story through her eyes. Now, how many of you, again, know a little sign language, at least a little bit? That's very cool, because I don't, and I wish I did. Another time was a little boy in a wheelchair who never, at this camp, who will never be able to walk. And sometimes it's just a kid who dresses differently. Or one of those kids, and I'm sure you know them, that has a hard time making friends. Maybe they're very shy. Maybe they're a bully. But the kid who's different is in your class. And then, here they come. The group. Every time I do the experience, I can know who the experienced camp counselors are. I pick them up and I see, I know the look. They know the group. The cool kids, here they come, all of them. Sometimes the cool kids are just that. They are cool. Sometimes they're bullies. But either way, the cool kids are in your group. And the best thing that can happen, and the sooner the better, that all those very different kids turn into one group without hurting the teacher. See why I have this? Because if I didn't, those paper clips would go flying.
Yeah.
Now, by the way, I learned this from a 5th grader on an airplane. Actually, I knew the 2 paper clips before that. I didn't realize you could string them like that until a 5th grader told me about it. So you learn things from kids all the time. It's a good thing you got those apart, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can we get a special round of applause for Toby Time?
If some of you are going back to Frozen,